Hey, I'm Decker, and I do afternoons on Razor 94.7, 104.7. I started working at Woodward Community Media in 2021. I got into radio midway through my sophomore year of college when I was on the verge of failing out. Came home and needed to find a new major in order to stay eligible at the school I was at. Found out there was a degree, marketing communications, that was essentially an advertising thing, and they put me on the radio, was one of my classes. But before I got on the radio, I had to build a business plan for my show. And so I drew it up in crayon after drinking a few too many PBRs, handed it to the station manager, and showed up at 9 p.m. the next day. And I've been on the air every year since then, and it was in 2009. I was at home listening to the radio, trying to fall asleep one night, and there was a guy on Razor doing an interview with the band, and I was like, wow, that sounds really cool, and I want to do that. When I saw that Razor was looking for a new afternoon and music director, I was ecstatic. That was the dream gig. That was something that at that point I'd worked 9 years to even have a wisp of a dream of getting to. I did an interview on my kitchen table in the middle of my workday at my last job, and within like 12 days I was hired and working here. It might have been a little bit longer than 12 days, but it felt like it was just 12 days. I've always wanted to be surrounded by music. That's been my whole life, has just been music, and I had to find a job that surrounded me with music, and that's what I do now 8 hours a day. I always have music on, playing and listening and hearing new stuff. It really is a dream gig. Heavy metal is my favorite genre. Hard rock is right there. If it's heavy, if it's loud, if it's aggressive, I'm probably gonna love it. But I do like a lot of other things. I think it's a misconception that people who only listen to Razor or work on Razor only like the heavy metal thing. I have to have that street cred of being like, yeah, I like Knocked Loose and Spirit Box and things like that. But I also like the new Zach Bryan album. I think that's really cool. I think there's a lot of really great singer-songwriters out there that provide a lot of important art for the music scene. I'm in a great position where the people before me made WZOR a very important call letter for labels, and so I get to hear a lot of new music before anyone else does, and I think that's really cool. My favorite part is making a playlist, making an afternoon show that from start to finish, it feels like we've gone on a journey together. Even if it's just for 15 minutes, we've at least had a little bit of fun. We've banged our heads and we enjoyed our time.